Good afternoon, folks. Good afternoon, and a special good afternoon to Sita, who has been very patiently waiting for me to broadcast. So sorry for the delay. Just had a couple of hiccups, as things do. So I'm just going to make sure that Sita's joining me here. This is a personal power portrait. This is a winning reading for the raffle, and this is for Sita only. So when Sita's on, if you could let me know you're here, darling, with some hearts or some thumbs up, that would be lovely. So I'm just waiting for Sita to come on because this is her special event. And as you can probably see, I'm very flustered this week. I'm finding it very hard to maintain my temperature. So if I need to break for a moment and just run off and get my fan, I will do. I have got a big fan in front of me, actually. I'll just grab that one moment. Oh, so sorry I was late, Sita, but here we are. Okay, so I hope you can see okay, because I'm looking on a tiny little screen. This is my personal power portrait book. This is purely for Sita, who's on the live. I'm just gonna have a quick fan, and then I will get on. Okay. So I hope everyone's having a good day today. It's really hot and beautiful. I used to be quite a heat person, but I don't quite know what's going on lately. It's really affecting me. But lots of people are saying there's a big shift in the atmosphere and the energy, so it may well be that. So Sita, here we go. So this is a personal power portrait, and this is a completely inspired piece of artwork for Sita. I have no idea what's going to come. I have no idea what's going to be revealed. And I shall start drawing. Takes around about an hour, so just bear that in mind. So for some reason, I'm getting a pineapple to start with, Sita, which is really unusual. I don't think I've ever had a pineapple before. So that's something that's something to do with your childhood, something to do with your beginning of life, okay? All right. I never actually get real pictorial pictures, so that was interesting, okay? We're also getting the sea, so we're getting a connection to the sea as well. And as I'm linking to this energy of the sea, I'm seeing you sat with an older woman by the sea, just watching the waves. She's someone who would understand the mystic ways of life, but I feel that she wouldn't necessarily tell you about them. There's a birth or a passing that connects with this lady in November, because that's what I'm being told. And I am being told that she was a bit of a battle axe. I'm being told she was a bit of a hard nut. So she was a bit strict and old fashioned, she's telling me. Okay. All right. So strangely enough, this is now linking me to Sonic the Hedgehog. And it's like Sonic the Hedgehog has the has his own inner power, and I want to bring that to you, Sita, because I do know you've got that. Sita's going to be and is a fantastic psychic medium herself. It's all about believing in yourself. Okay. So they're bringing in a green fruit for me. Now, I don't know this green fruit. I know I'm drawing green circles, but I can taste it. It's got a bitter sort of tangy taste, and I feel this is something you would pick off a tree. This is something that had really beautiful bright green leaves, because they're showing me that as well. So just saying that this is all part of where you came from. This is all part of how your life began. And I know things have really changed, but the essence of your spiritual being is very much still there. Okay. They want me to tell you, Sita, that part of your issue is yourself getting in the way. So it's very much about listening to your own advice. If you have a problem, instead of thinking to ask another, which, I mean, you're very welcome to ask myself or your other friends, I'm sure, but instead of asking yourself, consider what would Sita say to her friend if they came to her in that situation? Would she feel this is appropriate? Would she feel this is, this is fair, this is good? And I really feel that you'll understand the answers more if you take yourself out of the picture. It's very difficult for you, for whatever reason, to be 100% trusting yourself. As a link with this energy of trust, I know that there's angelic energy that's around you very regularly, Sita. And I feel that the most important thing right now, and possibly the reason you're working with me as a student, is about trusting yourself and your own guidance. It seems like for many, many years you've gone to other people for guidance, but now this is something to do with you. There's a number 3 that's coming into play now with this situation. And I feel that there's the number 3 is very, very lucky for you. It's something that's always followed you around. So it's something you should recognize as a very powerful individual number for yourself. And understand also, it's okay, you know, there's a belief in like traditional religion, and it's absolutely fine. You can have both. Don't feel you can't. Okay. So I've got a memory coming in here of it's either false eyelashes or lots and lots of mascara. I feel this is something from your teenage years or from like times when you maybe weren't meant to do that. I feel that there was a little bit of sneakiness going on. It feels very much like my mum's story, really, of sort of going out the door in one fashion and presenting yourself to whoever you were going to meet in a different. And I'm not saying, I don't feel that there should be any guilt or any shame or anything around this, which I know that you have a lot of that within you. But it's more about understanding it's just what people do. It's completely and utterly normal, darling. And I feel that one thing that will help you in life is to let go of any feeling of shame, any feeling of I should have, I could have, you know, why didn't I? And really live in the present. There is a real difficulty with your mother, and I don't know what this difficulty is. I feel that you would log heads, or you would possibly be too similar, because it's almost like you both had the same idea at the same time, but one of you wanted it to be yours, not the other. So it's like she wanted to be the head of the family, I feel, and it may even be a mother-in-law, because it's the mother energy I'm getting, but it may be a mother-in-law. But it's a feeling that she wants to be the head, and you not wanted to be the head, but it was just natural that you moved into your partner's life at the time. And that was then, you know, it was your relationship and your family. And I feel that there was quite a lot of interfering. I don't mean that in an unkind way, because I feel that actually she did it because she felt that it was the right thing to do. But I do feel there's a lot of animosity around that situation. And I do want to bring you peace with this, because you are just normal. There's nothing wrong with disagreeing with your in-laws. There's nothing wrong with disagreeing with your mother, whichever it may be. And it may actually be it's both. So what I haven't done is double checked you can actually hear me, Sita. Can you let me know you can actually hear me, please, sweet? Thank you very, very much. Thank you. Oh, I think you've heard, because you said something about mascara. I can see it out the corner of my eye. Corner of my eye. Okay. So I feel that sometimes with you, Sita, it's like you really feel that you're going somewhere. You really feel like things are moving on. You feel like you're understanding life, the universe, and everything. And then all of a sudden, someone says something to make you doubt. Now, as I've said within my teaching, or my, you know, within my class, I don't really call it a circle, because it's not really a circle. It's more of a study. But as I said within my teaching, it's like you must find your own way, and you will know when the way's right, because you will get your spiritual shudder. And they are telling me that you have this down your spine. It's a very clear sign that spirit has sat with you and working with you. I want to bring in Peacock for you as well, Sita, and it's like, all right, I've seen a beautiful picture of you. You're beautiful anyway, but I've seen a beautiful picture of you dressed in your finery. I think it was a wedding anniversary or a birthday. And they're showing me this picture and they're saying you should feel fine about going out and looking beautiful. I do feel that someone around you is trying to dampen you down a bit, and I would say please consider this as some sort of red flag that this behavior could grow. That's what they're saying. This behavior could grow. As I'm saying that, I'm actually seeing your grandmother, and I'm actually seeing a grandfather. And this grandfather was very controlling of his wife. So this is something you should really understand. I'm going to leave you with that because we're on a public domain. I don't feel it's appropriate to go further into it. So there is an artist within you, Sita. I don't know quite why you don't pursue it. I don't know why you don't do it. But they want you to pick up some pens and paper and just see what comes. See what comes. It would be a good lesson in no judgment, because it's like I have a traditional artist background, and I have I have controls and I've got the pen in my hand, but I have no control over what's coming. It just comes as we're working. So I have to let go of the fact I like symmetry. I have to let go of the fact I like straight lines. I have to let go of the fact that things don't always look the way I feel they should. Okay? And I feel this is important for you. So they brought in ships, they brought in boats. They're not ships, sorry, they're yachts. These are like dinghies or little yachts. This is something you should remember from your younger years. This is a place you feel very relaxed. You feel a lot of self-love and balance when you're by water. So please consider that water is your main influencer. It's your main element as such. And I think you were with my class when we did the elements. So you've got earth, fire, water, and air. You have also got spirit in the center, which I believe is the amalgamation of all of them. And if you look to traditional studies of alchemy, that's what they believe it is. They believe all the different elements are what create the prize, the gold, the magic, which really for me is spirit. So I just feel that, you know, consider, I think we're doing water reading within our class. I'll have a look, and if not, we'll see whether we can fit it in. But consider working with water. I feel it really is going to help you. On that note, understand, and this is for everyone who's watching and listening, understand we have a large amount of water within our makeup as a human being. And the thing is, within our makeup, you know, this water needs to be maintained. Now, you'll find readers will often be told by spirit or by family or friends, how's your water uptake, or are you drinking enough water? It's because this is essential to health. So I know you do this, Sita. I know you drink plenty, because this connection is so strong. But what I want to bring to you is that water has memory, and this is a scientific fact. This is not a spiritual fact. This is scientific. Water has memory. So whatever you're surrounding yourself with in your experience of life, it will reflect. So when I say to people, like when they say to me, oh, you're amazing, or you're so kind, or you're this, that, and the other, and I say to them back, I reflect you, it's because I really literally do. All the nearly 3,000 people who interact on my page, you know, you're who makes indigo. I don't make indigo. You're all part of me. And I feel this is important to say, Sita. So what they're kind of saying to you is just be aware of your surroundings, aware of who has that positive mental attitude. On that note, guys, don't miss 6:45, because I've got someone very special from America that's going to come on and talk to you. And he is a breath of fresh air. Fresh air. Well, that was interesting. I'll find out if he's French later. All right. So I feel that a lot of closure will be brought to you, Sita, when you feel you can connect with spirit closer. Now, anyone who wants to be a medium, I'm not putting you off, and it's only my own story, but it took me around about 8 to 9 years of getting very, very little, mostly colours, and sensations before I could actually hear or sense spirit properly. So just know it's not a short journey, but it's one rewarding journey. And on that note, those people who have messaged me in the last few days, I'm sorry I haven't got back to you. I've had to regain some time for myself just to reboot. So please know that I will get back to you. But know that this journey is gonna bring wonders into for you. So there's something about this bright pink Sita. There's something about the bright pink. It's reminding me of a fabric. It's got sequins on, so I feel it's a sari. I feel it's a traditional sari. And I just feel that this is a very, very fond memory of yours. Very, very fond memory. But it's pink, it's not red, because I am seeing a red one as well. Oh, sorry. 2 minutes. Oh, so hot. I've ordered a fan, guys, so don't worry. I will have a fan. I will have a fan. I'm not reading all your comments, Sita, so I'll read them at the end. Water has memory too. Absolutely, water does have memory, which is what I was saying. So fabulous. That's exactly where we were going. The point of water having memory is if you're saying to yourself, I can't do this all the time, well, guess what's going to happen in your experience of life? Your muscle memory can't do it, your brain can't do it, your capability of dealing with issues can't do it. I want to give you a can-do attitude. I want to give you a what do you want out of life? What do you want going forward? I want to bring you a lot more joy in your life, Sita. I feel there's too much stress and strain. You may need to consider whether you've outgrown certain people and certain situations in your life, because it just feels like you're blooming. On that note, they're going to give me some kind of flower here, so I have no idea what I'm drawing. Let's see. Let's see what's coming. Let's see what's coming. So they're giving me like a multi-petaled red flower, but this isn't something I've seen before. This is quite unusual. Okay. It looks a little bit like a peony. Let's see what. Oh, we're going out, we're going bigger, Okay, so this flower is very bushy, it's very red, it's very bushy. What they're saying to me, Sita, is that when you were a young when you were a mother, I'm not saying you're not a mother because I know you've got a daughter, but when you were mum at home, you kind of felt that there was purpose. And it just feels right now that you're not finding purpose. And part of that is because so much of your effort, attentions, and energy went into your daughter. And this isn't a bad thing. This is absolutely what should happen. But they want you to pull back this energy, and instead of being Sita mum and Sita wife, they want you to really think what's Sita's mission on this earth. I know what Sita's mission is on this earth. She's a healer. She's a natural born healer, and part of the healing is the communication. She's very soft spoken, very considerate. Huge amount of gratitude, and I appreciate that, Sita. I'm sorry I didn't get back to you, but I've had quite a strange day. But I appreciate the gratitude very, very much. But I want to bring you out of this dark blue. I want to bring you out of they're saying doldrums. I, really want to bring that out for you. With that, I'm going to connect also with the darkness. Oh, we're going to go for bubbles. Here you go. This will cheer up. Yeah. All right. So I want to take you to gardening, green fingers, setting those seeds of intention. What do you want? What do you want? And I want you to stop saying you're unlucky, because I know that you were saying that. I know you were not thinking you were going to win this. In fact, I was absolutely over the moon it was you, but I didn't choose. Oh, they don't want that one. Love bubbles. Excellent. Excellent. It's about being frivolous and fun. Frivolous and fun. I'm actually drawing my star seed here. So, we all know what you are. We all know what you are. Just know that there's a similarity between us. And maybe that's why we connect so well. That both of us have felt lost. And it's all to do with, life purpose. It's to do with understanding sometimes the situations we want out of life change. And we need to be 100% ourselves. There's an element of you hiding some aspects of yourself. And I feel that you have to be wholly yourself with the ones you love and, the people you live with. Otherwise, you're kind of living an untruth. I'm not going to say a lie because I don't feel that's appropriate. You're living an untruth. Okay. Oh, lovely, bright, vibrant orange. Okay. So there is a celebration coming up in September, Sita. Okay, it's a happy celebration. If you don't know about it already, wait and see what's coming. Okay, I just feel there's something that's going to make you feel a bit more connected to your family unit. It's definitely connected with London because I'm going to the Yellow Brick Road. Follow the yellow brick road. That's orange, but it's all cool. It's all cool. Yellow can be orange and orange can be yellow. Not a problem at all. There's somewhere you've always fancied living, Sita, and it's not where you are. Please consider this in your mind because it has got cobbled streets. May even be you want to come with your daughter to Bath at some point. Certainly, I'd love to meet up with you and show you the sights. That's no problem whatsoever. That'd be a pleasure. But they're definitely giving me cobbled streets. And in Bath, we have a spiritualist church, which is just down the cobbled street. Keeping going, keeping going. It's like there's a little part of you that's a little bit impatient, and they're just saying, all in good time, all in good time. And the disharmony you feel is you're not living for you, you're living for obligation. So I'm just going to leave you with that. I don't feel I need to go into it any further, but please consider living more for you. It may feel selfish, but in the long run, it will work out best for everyone. So I'm being drawn to a memory of being on a beach, and this beach has got palm trees, it's got lovely dusty sand. It's very hot, hotter than I am right now, which I'm pretty hot already. It just feels a very, very relaxing place. I don't know if it's your honeymoon, but that's the kind of energy I feel. I just feel this lovely, relaxing place. Am I right, Sita, to say wanting to move down south, always drawn to nature? Absolutely. Am I right to say, Sita, that you've been to Sri Lanka? No, not Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka or Mauritius. Sorry, I've got myself confused in my mind. Have you been to Sri Lanka or Mauritius? Can you let me know, Sita, please? That would be great. Right. Not telling me anything at the moment, so I'm just seeing what's coming. No, would love to go there. Okay. That's what they're showing me. Maybe that's your dreams. Maybe that's your dreams. There is someone in the spirit world is saying you can't take it with you. Okay. That's your choice. I can't give you any further guidance on that, but they're just saying you can't take it with you. It feels like a long time since you've had a break, a proper holiday. Long time. A long, long. So another thing you've been pondering, Sita, is whether to restudy. It just feels like whatever you did before wasn't quite what you want to do now. It just feels like, I don't know if it's career change or like a lifestyle change, but they're just saying to you that study is coming in for you for certain. I know you're studying with me, but I mean more in an academic fashion. There's a Harry Potter connection here as well, Sita. There's a Harry Potter connection here. So it might be something that makes you feel magic. Because the silver's coming in, and silver is connection to the full moon, connection to magic, connection to psychic. Okay. Also the thought of bibliomancy as well, which is where you read with using a book or a magazine, but we will go into that with the lessons. All right, so I've got a grandfather in spirit that would like to communicate with you, Sita. He's got glasses on the end of his nose. And I don't know if he's got like a reddened nose, but his nose is quite prominent compared to the rest of his face. So there's something unusual about his nose. He's quite slim. So I'm trying to listen to something. Right. I don't know if he had. I might have had really old-fashioned shoes with metal studs in, because I can hear a clink when he's walking. It's like the metal studded shoes, like really nicely well-made shoes. And I feel this is one of the only things that he would really fork out on. And I'm not going to get personal because that's his business, but that's what he's kind of giving me the impression. He's giving me the impression that he would put good money into things that need to support you in life. And I feel that's important to pass on to you, Sita. There's something about cutting corners, and they really don't want you to cut corners on this situation. You need to just realize that there's going to be longevity, and it's going to be needed for a long time. I don't know what it is. It does feel something about supporting you in your life experience, so I'm not sure. I'm also feeling with Sita, with you, Sita, that there's been some back discomfort. So please, maybe what they're talking about is looking into a new bed, but please consider what is supporting you through your day and through your night. I'm not quite saying for certain. Okay. All right. So Sita, they're giving me a feeling right now of having a piece of jewelry hanging from my head here. Okay. Can you tell me what that's connected to, please? Is that something you would wear on your wedding day? They keep flying today. That was a pencil. It's not meant to be in there. My little daughter's put that in there. What's your house, Sita? Right. So absolutely the most overwhelming message with this for you, Sita, is you need to consider yourself, your self-care, your self-nurture. Are you getting enough sleep? Are you eating the right food? Might even be worth getting a check over on your vitamins. Make sure everything's balanced for you. So they're bringing in the image in my mind of a bed cover which had orange and pink flowers or orange and pink stripes or both, because I can't quite tell. It keeps flickering in and out. Okay. This is something you remember. This is a place you remember. This is a safe place. And they want you to use this memory as a place that you go to in meditation or in your mind with mindfulness when you're feeling distraught or uncomfortable or things aren't quite going to plan. Okay. So I'm hearing in my head, Sita, it's either the name of, it's really hard to relay because it's not English. And I can't hear very clearly, but it's something like Jerica or Jemica or something like that. Let's see if I can hear better. Yeah. No, I really can't get it, but it definitely begins with J. Um, all right, so someone around you recently, Sita, has been calling you lazy, and I want to nip this in the bud because it's not on, okay? And this is from your family member, whoever they may be. They've got a broom in their hand. This is an old-fashioned broom. It's not made of sticks. It's one of those ones which kind of flat and bound with their own fibre. And they would sweep the front yard because they're showing me, or the front of the house or front of the property, because they're showing me sweeping the front and it's sweeping the dust away. And they're saying that you do work hard. The only thing is that there's sometimes you forget to prioritize, so it doesn't look quite as much work as you've done because the things that needed doing first haven't been done first. So maybe that's something you could consider as a life skill prompt going forward. So much bright orange in here. It's all about creativity and fun. I've just heard the name Bucks Fizz, which I know is a band from the 80s. See if I've got a song which goes with the Bucks Fizz. Mm-hmm. So Sita, they've just drawn me to the word diamond on my pen. Whose ring did you receive in inheritance, which has a diamond in it? It'd be a single diamond, or looks like a single diamond. Can you let me know, darling? Yes, wear on wedding day, dress up on wedding. Oh, it's called a mangtika. Is that the thing in the middle of the forehead, darling? Interesting. Never known what it's called. I think I've got one somewhere. Got a silver one. Even more orange. Even more orange. So there's something you've been thinking about, Sita. Now I know I met one of your cousins and I'm due to meet another of your cousins, but um you're such a creative bloodline family. And it's like, what is it that you want to do? Maybe these books are about you writing a book as well as studying elsewhere. Just feel there's something you've always wanted to do, and I don't understand why you're not doing it. Or a bindi, the dot you wear. No ring inheritance. Okay. And you, Sita, have you got a single stone diamond ring? Please. Oh, Diamond is the kid's surname. Oh, thank you. I knew diamond meant something, I just didn't know what. Thank you for that. So bringing in more flowers for you, Sita. I mean, do you want to do floristry? Is that I'm drawing flowers? Oh, you have a moonstone. A moonstone. A lovely stone to have as a ring. Now, if the children are called Diamond, that makes sense because they're just showing me Diamond, but I didn't know whether it's a ring or not. I hope you don't mind me asking, Sita. Has yourself or someone in your family suffered with acne, please? Just feels that someone's really self-conscious at the moment about their skin. I don't know if it's you or if it's someone else. The other question I'd like to ask you, Sita, or discuss with you actually, is the fact that if you were to work with flowers as a healer or a reader, would that be more acceptable within your family unit? Would that be something they could cope with? Because there's plenty you can do with flowers. You can make wonderful sprays and tonics and scents, and you can also make candles. You can read flowers. My middle daughter. Okay. They are telling me to tell her that she needs to avoid gluten. Gluten is triggering it. Okay. So, Sita, you may know this already, but she really needs to, and I can't say this, I'm not a health professional. Your spirit family are saying this through me, that she really needs to consider really looking at gluten. That's in everything. That's in her face creams, in her food, in her drinks, in everything. Okay, and you had acne as a teenager. Because it's like you can feel, I could feel the connection with it, but I didn't feel it was modern. But they're definitely saying about this acne. It's actually very, very sore. It's it's not just unsightly, it's actually quite painful. And I feel that she's really struggling with sleeping with it because it's just something that's always interacting with her. But they're saying to reduce the gluten and the yeast will help. So hopefully that makes sense. All right, so they're bringing me in a vision of a rug that has blue ends on either side. This is a really old rug. You may have it, you may just recognize it. but they're bringing in that vision. And right, I'm going to say is yeah, I'm going to try and relay it to you in a manner that's appropriate. But they're just saying, don't let people walk on you, darling. The thing is, if you let them get away with their behaviour, and I don't know who this is, I don't know who this is, maybe in the work, maybe in home, but you let them keep getting away with that behaviour, you're just going to be very downtrodden, and we don't want that to happen. Okay. But these flowers, yeah, the flowers are a big thing, big thing. I don't think I've ever had so many flowers come into a reading. And you can look up, the Victorians used to send messages through flowers. So flowers have been used as a way of communication with both spirit and people who are here for many, many years. This is nothing new. Nothing new at all. And for some reason, I get the word hibiscus. Now, I know that's a type of flower, but I don't even know what it looks like. You can get hibiscus tea, can't you? Thank you. Yes, it does. One of the things I do feel that can happen with you, Sita, and I identify with this, is you don't want the confrontation. So you kind of bottle it up, but then you get to a point where you feel so annoyed by every little thing that it's actually better just to have the smaller confrontation in the first place. So your partner in your life, Sita, is very, very stressed out at the moment. I feel that there's worries around business or worries around his business, and his behaviour has not been very usual. I'm not saying this is an excuse, but I just feel that there's a lot of stress with him. It may well be that every now and then he gets into a bit of a slump. And one thing with men, and it's the same with women, same with all people, in fact, we all have a high time and a low time of the month. And I just feel that maybe there's some things that are better to do when he's on a better time of the month as such. And that might be something coinciding, because it might well be that you both have a difficult week and then you get over it and things get better. So just know that that is part of what's going on. So Sita, did you used to have tropical fish? They bring in tropical fish and they're just saying something just to relax your mind, something to help you unwind for both of you would be really useful. And less sugar, both of you less sugar. It's a bit of a trigger of distress spikes, I'm being told. So I feel with you, Sita, sometimes you feel like you're going to get everything wrong. I feel this is something maybe from childhood, maybe from a situation in life. But you have to take risks for things to go right. You can't just expect the universe just to land it on your plate. And I'm not saying you do that, because you're very grateful, you're very aware of what is needed. But what I'm trying to say to you is that it's now time for you to set into motion what you are wanting. Have a real think about, what do I want in life? Or who do I want to be? What do I want to be? Might even be down to your hair color. Might even be down to you like fancy getting your nails done. I didn't get my nails done until I was 43, I think. And I love it now. So, you're an adult. Make your own choices of who you want to be, what you want to be, and where you want to go and what you want to do. And I tell you, the moment you set those true intentions, the universe does follow. Because I think it was 2018, May 2018, I declared that I would be an ambassador for Spirit, and I have been ever since. So part of it is like trusting that once you make your own decision, it will unravel. But until you make that decision, nothing really comes off. So, Sita, do you recognize my uncle had a tank where we lived? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. I just need a little fan. Little fan. Little fan. Oh, fan break. Fan break. Maybe this is around you as well, Sita. Yes, has been my intention lately, have to be me, get repeated message from Spirit, be who you are. I wrote a poem, I think 2018, called Authenticity, and I don't know whether people took it the wrong way or the right way. And that's something difficult, and maybe you have that around you as well, Sita, that you sometimes think your words are misconstrued. But I absolutely, 100%, the biggest advice I can give anyone for happiness in life is be who you really are. And, it took a long, long time for my parents to accept what I do and who I am. And it took a long time for me to feel that I wanted to be here and fit in on this planet. And I feel that we've got that very similar, Sita. And I do feel that with most of the people who come to me with inquiries for readings or for support with their learning and understanding, it's a case of we have felt that way together. I don't know the answers. I don't know your past life. I don't know what planet we're from. I don't feel it's relevant. I feel now is relevant. And actually, I said to my husband about wanting to do past life regression. He said to me, "Why do you want to do that? Well, can't you just live in the now?" And it actually hit really home that it's important to be where we are now. So there is something been going on around you, Sita, that's been a real whirlwind. It feels like massive change has suddenly happened. Okay. So I just feel there's something going very fast. It may even be your understanding of spirit and your connection to spirit, but something's going very fast, and it's almost changing the way your makeup as a human being is. So know whatever you're doing, sitting in the power, meditation, your personal reflection is all very valid and really, really useful. That's great. So I'm being drawn to a fir cone now, darling. I'm being drawn to a fir cone. And this is just, I feel that there's something about you that you like to collect bits of nature, but for some reason you can't keep them. So there's someone around you who really doesn't see the value in something that came from a walk. And there's something about this fir cone that you picked up at some point, and you really loved this fir cone. You felt really connected to it. I don't quite know why, but it's just a case of the person you were with at the time, whoever that might be, really disregarded the beauty of this thing, and it really upset you. It really upset you because it just feels like it was just thrown away. And I feel if this is not real memory, this is like a metaphysical memory or an energy memory of someone just really not seeing the value of what's out there, the nature and life that's growing around you. So on that note, it's not about your daughter, but someone within the family is going to have a child within the end of the year. So that would be a good distraction, because it's something you really enjoy, is welcoming new children to the family. They're not telling me who, and I wouldn't say if they told me, but it's not your daughter. Or your daughters. But don't worry about them either, they'll be all right. So I know Akriti, I can't remember her name, Akriti, and I feel there's a lot of nervousness around her about going back to, I feel there's nervousness about her going back to university. It might be worth showing her some of the exercises we've done, like the breathing exercise, Sita, and see if that can help her out, because I can understand her disharmony, but you can tell her that I've been working in Bath since the beginning and there's very little going on there, very little indeed. But I do want to encourage her to come back. So there's a little feeling that she might be thinking of not doing so. All right, there's definitely someone around you, Sita. There's a female around you that shows envy. She shows jealousy. They've got 100 green eyes appearing here. And I would just say treat it as a compliment. Don't get upset about it. Don't fight them. Don't get stressed. Treat it as a compliment. You see something in you that she wants, not something of yours that she wants. I don't know if you've ever heard the song, but there's a song called Behind Blue Eyes, Sita. If you look it up, I feel that there's something in the words for you, because they're just singing the song in my head, but I can't remember the lyrics. Will have some relevance to you. I do feel there's someone with piercing blue eyes that wants to make connection to you also. Oh, rescue work. So, Sita, in your childhood or in your teenage years, do you remember seeing a vision of mountains in the distance? Because they're just showing me a picture, and it's like I'm looking out, and to me it looks a bit like Spain, but I don't think it is Spain. But it's like mountains in the distance, and it's such a lovely memory. It's such a peaceful space to be in. They keep giving you these peaceful memories, don't they? Keep giving them back to you. I do want to keep bringing you these flowers as well, Sita. I want you to consider what you would do with flowers. I mean, is it an interest to be a florist, to do a flower arranging course or something? They just keep piling in these flowers, and it's like you have an absolute amazing touch with growing things. It just feels that you've grown things that people have really struggled to grow. And I want you to grow more in your garden as well, more veg, especially veg with iron, they're telling me. Oh, so there's an important opening coming for you around about the 17th of August. So when you get this offer, consider it well. I can't tell you to take something, but they're saying consider it well. Sita, have thought of becoming a florist. Do you know what you could do, which would be amazing, is like be an intuitional florist. So it's like people contact you, say what they need the flowers for, and then you just sort of feel into it and arrange the flowers for them. That would just be really, really cool. That would be really, really cool. No, yeah, I think it was something that would really suit you. You need a project, Sita. I don't know whether you work or not. I've never really asked you, and I'm not really feeling that you do or don't. Um, but I feel you need a project. I feel you need to be self-employed. I feel you need to put your own creative mark on it. It needs to have a Sitaism. It needs to be it needs to be like a mixture of traditional and modern, is what they're saying to me. And with your compassionate nature, I just feel it will work really well, really, really well. Because we often give flowers to say I'm sorry, or to say I'm thinking of you, or obviously anniversaries as well. But there's many times that you would really need to consider what you're doing and saying. Sita, have you got a connection with Butlins at all in Minehead? Is that somewhere you recognise going when with your children? I'm also hearing, I'm not suggesting your business name, but they were telling me instead of silver linings, they were telling me golden linings. So it's just to do with, like, instead of being silver linings, instead of being like, you know, the good side of something bad, it's like even better. It's like totally gold. And if you felt really, really brave and out there, Sita, you could mix floristry and mediumship. No reason why not. Just because someone hasn't done something before doesn't mean you shouldn't. No to Butlins. Okay, so what are you showing me? I'll tell you what I'm seeing, Sita. I'm seeing domed tents, or a domed tent with flags on top. For me, this is reminding me of Minehead. But it could just be reminding me of time with the children. With the children, it's bringing you back to holidays again, isn't it? Bringing you back to holidays. Need some time by the sea. Time by the sea. So, Sita, is there any person within your family that you would call Grampy or Gramps or Gramp? Grumpy, Gramp, Grampy, something like that. I really can't grasp it. Grumpy, Jump. Because I've got Grampy in my head now, I can't get rid of it, but it wasn't Grampy, it was similar. All right, what else would like to start seeing? They're saying grandfather, Babs. Okay, it wasn't Babs I heard. No, doesn't matter. All right. So, they're saying to me, Sita, that there's a fair few things you need to fix. There's something to do with a box. It looked like a jewelry box to me, but it needs fixing. And they're saying that if you start fixing the things that are broken, it will make you feel a lot better about things, because it's like everywhere you go, things need fixing. There's too much to do, and it's like it's piling up, piling up. I want you to, if you would choose to, write a list of everything you feel that needs doing in your home, and start ticking it off. And if you can't do it yourself, find good friends that can do it for you. I've just heard the name Sam, so there should be someone called Sam somewhere that can help you with some of these matters. And I've just been told that there's some kind of scratch or damage to your car that's very recent. Can you just confirm that makes sense? Don't worry, if it hasn't happened, I'm relaying it wrong. I do not predict such things. They would not tell me that. My guides wouldn't allow them. And Sita, who had a bird or a parrot, like a bird that would chatter away? Who had the parrot? Because I've just seen a parrot or a parakeet. I don't quite know the difference, but the small birds. Yes, car was scratched. Okay. So there's a feeling with that it's really getting you down. Just get it fixed. Just get it fixed. Don't worry about it. Find something you can go without for a few weeks and get it fixed, because it's really bothering you. These things happen. Someone hit my bumper, and I've got to get it fixed next month. But exactly the same thing with me. It's been really annoying me, and it's just got worse and worse. So just get it fixed, darling. Okay. Cool. So Philip's just sent me a message. If you're here, Philip, I'm just doing this live. I will be with you. I hope you're enjoying this, Sita. I love doing these. I really love it. It's very enjoyable. It's flowers, 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 flowers. All right, so I'm hearing a really funny song right now, which is the song. It's from the one I remember is from Kermit the Frog, and it's you put the lime in the coconut and drank it all up. You put the lime in the coconut. Oh, the doctor woke him up. Said, "Doctor, is there nothing I can take?" I said, "Doctor, to relieve this belly ache. Let me get this straight. You put the lime in the coconut and drank it all up." Anyway, that's the song they're giving me. I just think they're saying to you, be a bit wary of your citrus, Sita. It upsets your stomach. Tell me what this is. Tell me what this is. The building site here. Sita, do you have a memory of someone getting rugs or fabric and shaking it like this outside? Because that's what I'm seeing. It's like the fabric's rippling, but I don't know quite what it is. Love the Muppets, watched every weekend. Yes, citrus upsets your tongue. Well, good job you know that. That's good, isn't it? Really glad that you know that. So just try and follow you a little bit more, because you're incredibly intuitive. You probably do this yourself. In fact, anyone can do this themselves. They just need to sit down and trust what they're getting. And let go of control. I do like to control what I'm drawing, so this is kind of it's a good it's good exercise. Over the years, I've done quite a few. So, all right. So the other thing I'm getting for you song-wise is Edelweiss, which is Sound of Music. So Sound of Music should have some relevance there. Now, Sita, I know your cousin does the wonderful recipes, but you have a grandmother's recipe book, yes? You have a grandmother's recipe book, her own recipes. But I feel you're not using it very much. She's wagging a finger at you. She's saying, just do it. It'll be fine. There's a feeling that you don't feel it will be as good as hers. And she's saying, of course it won't, love. Because I feel modesty wasn't something she you know, she didn't hold back on being proud of who she was. Let's say that. That's not about modesty, really. She was just proud of who she was. Right. So they're bringing in the taste of fish, Sita, and I feel this is really saying to you about making sure you really balance your food. But I think you're vegetarian. And it took me a lot. I mean, I eat a bit of fish now, but it took me many, many years to eat fish. So if you can let me know about the last bit I just spoke about, that'd be great. Great. And at the end of this, Sita gets this picture. I will send it special delivery either tomorrow or beginning of next week. Either tomorrow or next week. There's a lot of writing needs to be done by you, Sita. I feel that your emotions are so mixed at the moment. I feel that you need to just write them down and see what you're feeling. Also, understand, sweetheart, you're an amazing empath. So sometimes what we feel, and I have this, and I have to check in every now and then. I actually say to my husband, you know, why am I upset? And he's like, you're not upset, someone else is, you know. He doesn't even believe what we do, really, but he does. He does and he doesn't. It's quite funny. So it's one of those things. One of those things. If it's the lamb and the coconut and drank it all up. Mm-hmm. So did someone in your family or yourself do a painting of boats? Because that's what I'm seeing. And if you haven't, I really feel that it would benefit you to find a fishing town that you can get to by the sea and just sit with a sketch pad and a pen or a pencil. Maybe sit with spirit if that makes you feel more comfortable. Just see what's coming. I really want to bring that to you. I really want to bring that to you. And being an empath, you will feel things, you know, and people are feeling spiky and uncomfortable. You will feel it. But the important thing is not to take it personal. People have always got their stuff going on. I've had trouble with people in the past taking things personal from me, but it's like if I've got something going on, the likelihood is it's stuck in my head, and I find it quite hard to release it until I have a chance to. And I feel that's what, something going on around with you is that. But there is a great need of honest talking between you and your beloved. See what each of you really want out of everything. Are you still on the same page? Sometimes we're not, sometimes we are. Sometimes we just need a little jig. Myself and my husband had a blip a few years ago, and we managed to get through it. Oh. So after this at 6:45, I'm going to be introducing a friend with Indigo Introduces, and he's going to broadcast from America. So I've got to go in a very split moment. We are 0-0. Okay, Sita, we are done. I hope you Oh. Uh-oh. What happened? Why did it do that? All right, Sita, we are done. So thank you so much for sitting with me and working with me. Here's your original piece. This is your personal power portrait. A lot of information in there, loads of self-love. There's loads of energy for healing going on in there. And there's this beautiful path here, which I feel is like your journey of self-discovery. So just know that when we sort of find that, life is for us and not necessarily for all the ones we look after, it can sometimes be a little bit of an uncomfortable journey. So I'm trying to get it in the picture, and I'm really cock-handed. So I hope you enjoyed that. I'll put it a bit closer so you can see a little bit more in depth. You can see all the flowers they brought in for you, and that pineapple in the center. So they're just saying, like, remember the exotic tastes you enjoy. There's that strange little green fruit. Maybe it was a kumquat, I'm not sure, but strange little green fruit as well. And I'm really glad you enjoyed it. And I hope to catch you really soon. Thank you for your patience. Sorry I was running a bit late. And I will see you very soon. Sita, please PM me your full address and I will send it to you in the post shortly. Lots of love. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.